Hello everyone, my name's Kyle, and today I'm going to be talking about how I am you. Now, this is going to be the 9th video installment in my YouTube series that's currently called Religion. If you think there's a better title for this series, drop a comment below so that way I might be able to find something that seems better, because religion is supposed to be a liberation of this mechanical view of the world that Darwinism and I guess physics and chemistry kind of give us this, which takes away from the deeper aspect of humanity that exists within all of us. So, if you were to fill a room with foam and sound dampening fabrics, completely every direction, all of it, and you went inside this room and you tried to speak, you wouldn't really be able to hear yourself. And that's because the sound has to be able to echo off of something, which is why when people go into space, they have these telecommunication systems inside of their helmet, because in a vacuum, there's nothing for sound to bounce back off of. There's nothing for you to hear it back in relation to. And it's in a very similar principle that if you were to close your eyes and imagine this completely blank world, nothing's in it, and then you drop a man into it, and this man, has no recollection of anything outside of himself other than the fact that he's in this blank void. He would not know that he is a man because he has never seen a woman or a female for, this gender, basically, to bounce back off of. Because otherwise, how would he know he's a male? He has nothing to base his experience off of. And genitals are basically just a pocket anyways. The pocket in or out is the real big difference. And it's in this construct that basically explains why sex is the most natural thing that can happen, is because it's a push towards unity. It's a combination of the in and out to join two things together, because none of us could exist without, male and female energy coming together to copulate and produce another human being, the same way that you couldn't see without black and white coming together to help create shades and tones of the different colors that exist. So if you were to look at every religion that exists, all of the major ones, and you were to take these underlying qualities about what a god or the all, if you're Taoist, and the all is everything, like look around, the all is these walls, my face, the all is you, the all is the sky and the grass. Or the Hindu, although technically there really isn't Hinduism, there's just beliefs based off of Vedantic literature, which would be Brahman, the creating force. Well, Brahma's the creating force, Brahman is the godhead. And all of these religious characters would have three qualities that they share, which is their belief of a god or the all would be omniscient, omnipotent, and omnipresent. So for this idea of a god, it would have to be all-knowing. And for it to be all-knowing, it would have to exist on the inside and the outside of you, because it would have to hear your thoughts and the words that you produce and send out into the world, as well as it being all-powerful, because otherwise this would just be an ever-present understanding. And our belief is that a higher power would have, a higher power, as opposed to us, which if you collectively took every mind and set of eyes, you would have the, all-knowing aspect of it, because it knows everything people know. That being said, though, you can't just cling to the absolute in your belief of what the world is, because human experience is bound by duality. For us to get out of a dualistic concept, like in and out, up, down, we would have to first experience a moment when it actually happens. Because if you take your brain and you look at it, what happens is you have these synapses which are in there, which have different molecules and nutrients that get shot between these two moving through your body. But the thing is, for this to happen, it requires time, which fundamentally means that any moment you're experiencing is actually just the past. So, going back to the main topic of how I am you, if you take the French word for I, which is je, it's derived from the Latin word which means ego, in the same way that the word nous in French, which means we, comes from nos. However, the word nous is derived from the Latin word nous, spelled exactly the same as the French word, which means mind. And as we had discussed before with the consciousness video, consciousness doesn't just have to be the interactive form that we think of, because if you would say that your being is consciousness, do you tell your heart to beat? Do you tell your intestines to digest food? Well, no, but you consider these all to be conscious activities. So we're actually all just a cause of the Big Bang. Because without the expansion of the universe, without the rain cycle, the water cycle, the carbon cycle, the phosphorus cycle happening on the planet, and past that, without the planetary system moving, and without the Milky Way galaxy moving, we wouldn't be able to exist because it requires all of these changes. So all poverty and all riches are yours, and all famine and all feast is yours, because you are like a tiny cell inside of a planetary heart. So as I sit here and I'm saying to you that I am you, it's actually because that I, or the ego, is trying to get us, or the mind, to wake up and stop viewing existence as a symptom of the universe and instead see us as the universe experiencing itself. Thank you.